Late last summer, a homeowner trying to save money on his electric bill made what felt like a genius move. He walked through his house and shut the vents in every empty guest room. 2 months later, he noticed a musty smell coming from the ceiling. The air pressure from those closed vents had blown his ductwork apart, pumping perfectly good air conditioning directly into his sweltering attic and creating a mold problem that costs thousands to fix. The HVAC industry makes an absolute fortune replacing blown compressors, burnt-out motors, and frozen coils that could have easily survived another decade. Today, we're going to look at the 5 most common things people do to destroy their own air conditioners, and the exact products you actually need instead to keep your house cool without throwing your money away. Number 5. The gas pedal myth. It's the middle of July. You come home from work, the house is 80 degrees and you want to be comfortable as fast as possible. So you walk over to the thermostat and drop the temperature down to 60. You don't actually want the house to be 60 degrees, you just want it to cool down quickly. This is the first major mistake almost everyone makes. People treat the thermostat like a gas pedal in a car. They think that setting a lower temperature tells the machine to work harder and pump out colder air. But that's not how residential air conditioners work. Your system is binary. It's either entirely on or it's entirely off. When you set the thermostat to 60 degrees, the air coming out of your vents is the exact same temperature as it would be if you set it to 70. The system doesn't have a turbo mode. The thermostat is just a switch that tells the unit when to stop running. By dropping the temperature drastically, you're not cooling the house any faster. You're just forcing the system to run non-stop until it hits a temperature it might never actually reach. This puts a massive amount of unnecessary strain on the compressor and the blower motor. If it's a hot day and your house lacks perfect insulation, the machine will just run for hours, overheating the components and driving up your electric bill. The correct way to handle a hot house is to stop touching the dial manually and let a smart device do the thinking. This is why the ecobee Smart Thermostat Premium is one of the best investments you can make for your HVAC system. Instead of blasting the air conditioner based on the temperature in a single hallway, the ecobee uses remote room sensors. You can place one in your bedroom and one in the living room. The thermostat reads these sensors and runs the compressor just long enough to balance the temperature where you're actually sitting. Number 4. Suffocating the system. If you walk down the filter aisle at your local hardware store, you'll see a bunch of premium options. They cost $20 or $30 each. The packaging promises to trap microscopic allergens, pet dander, smoke, and smog. They sound like a great investment for your family health. But buying these premium filters is one of the fastest ways to kill your air conditioning system. Filters are rated on a scale called MERV. The higher the MERV rating, the tighter the weave of the filter material. When you buy a filter with a very high rating, the material is so dense that it restricts the amount of air the system can pull in. Think about trying to breathe through a heavy winter blanket. That's what you're doing to your blower motor. Your air conditioner needs a specific massive volume of airflow to work properly. When you restrict that airflow with a thick filter, 2 terrible things happen. First, the blower motor has to work much harder to pull air through the dense material. It overheats, uses more electricity, and eventually burns out completely. Replacing a blower motor can easily cost $800. Second, without enough warm air moving over the indoor coils, the system gets too cold. The condensation on the coils literally freezes into a solid block of ice. Once the coil freezes, no air can pass through at all. Your system will run continuously, blowing absolutely nothing, until the compressor outside finally gives up and dies. If you want to remove allergens from your home, buy a dedicated device that has its own motor. The Coway AirMega 200M is a fantastic standalone HEPA purifier. It sits quietly in the corner of your room and scrubs the air of smoke, pollen, and pet dander. It uses its own fan to push air through the dense filters, which keeps your expensive central air conditioner breathing easily. Number 3. The closed room disaster. This next mistake seems like basic common sense. You have a guest bedroom nobody uses. You have a formal dining room that sits empty. Why should you pay to air condition those rooms? So you walk in, shut the ceiling vents, and close the door. You figure that forces the cold air into the rooms you actually use, saving you money. HVAC repair companies love this logic because it destroys ductwork and breaks equipment. Your home cooling system was engineered to move a specific amount of air into the house and pull a specific amount of air back out. It relies on a delicate balance of pressure. When you shut the vents in a few rooms, the system does not produce less air, it still pushes the exact same volume of air into the ductwork. But now that air has fewer places to escape. This creates a massive buildup of static pressure inside the ducts. Imagine blowing air through a plastic straw and then pinching the end of the straw half closed. The pressure backs up. In your house, this intense pressure pushes against the seams of your ductwork. Over time, it blows those seams apart. Instead of forcing more cold air into your living room, you end up pumping perfectly good air conditioning straight into your hot attic or inside your walls. You're literally paying to cool the space where the rats live. And just like the dirty filter problem, this pressure buildup forces the blower motor to strain against the resistance, leading to early failure. The golden rule of central air is to leave your vents open. If you truly want to stop cooling unused rooms and only cool the spaces you occupy, central air is the wrong tool for the job. You need a ductless setup. A system like the Senville Leto series mini-split is designed exactly for this. You can install the indoor air handler directly in a master bedroom or a garage. It runs entirely independent of your central ductwork, allowing you to cool one specific zone perfectly without blowing out the pressure in the rest of your house. If this is helping you avoid a massive repair bill, subscribe to Valid Consumer. We help you make smarter decisions with your money, avoid retail traps, and get the most out of what you own every single week. Number 2. Bigger is actually worse. Eventually, every air conditioner dies. When that day comes, you will invite a salesman into your home to give you a quote for a new system. And very often, they will look at your house and suggest upgrading to a larger unit. They might say you currently have a 3-ton unit, but for just a little more money, they can install a 4-ton unit. More cooling power sounds great, right? Accepting that upgrade is one of the worst mistakes you can make as a homeowner. Bigger is not better. In fact, an oversized air conditioner will make your house incredibly uncomfortable and will break down years before a properly sized unit. To understand why, you have to know that an air conditioner actually has 2 jobs. The first job is dropping the temperature. The second, and arguably more important job, is removing humidity from the air. When warm house air blows over the freezing cold indoor coils, the moisture in the air condenses into water and drains outside. This process takes time. For an air conditioner to properly dehumidify a house, it needs to run in long, steady cycles, usually about 15 to 20 minutes at a time. When you buy an oversized unit, it is too powerful for your house. It blasts the rooms with cold air and hits the target temperature in just 5 minutes. Then it shuts off. This is called short cycling. Because it only ran for 5 minutes, it never had time to pull the humidity out of the air. The result is a house that feels like a cold swamp. It's 70 degrees, but your skin feels clammy. The air feels heavy. This high indoor humidity eventually leads to mold growing inside your walls and air ducts. If you're upgrading a room unit and want to avoid the short cycling problem completely, you need to look for inverter technology. The Medea U-shaped smart inverter AC is one of the best examples on the market. Older window units turn completely on, blast the room, and then turn completely off. The Medea uses an inverter compressor that can actually speed up and slow down dynamically. Number 1. Suffocating the outdoor unit. The last mistake happens entirely outside. Every central AC system has a large metal box sitting in the yard. This is the condenser. Its only job is to take all the heat that was removed from your house and dump it into the outside air. For this heat transfer to work, the condenser needs massive amounts of fresh air to flow through the metal fins on the sides and exhaust out of the top. But people think the metal box is ugly. They don't want to look at it while they're grilling on the patio, so they build solid wooden fences directly around it, or they plant thick bushes right up against the metal panels. When you block the sides of the condenser, the heat cannot escape. The machine ends up sucking in its own exhausted hot air. The compressor, which is the heart of the entire system, begins to run hotter and hotter. Eventually, the oil inside the compressor breaks down. The internal parts grind together and the unit dies. A new compressor often costs upwards of $2,000 and usually means replacing the entire outdoor unit. Even if you don't hide your unit behind a fence, you might still be suffocating it. Throughout the spring and summer, the condenser acts like a giant vacuum cleaner. It pulls in grass clippings, dandelion seeds, dog hair, and dirt. Over a few months, this creates a thick blanket of debris perfectly covering the tiny metal cooling fins. The fix for this takes 5 minutes and costs absolutely nothing. Once a month during the summer, take a standard garden hose, put on a gentle spray nozzle, and wash the dirt and pollen off the outside of the machine. Trim back any bushes so the unit has at least 2 feet of empty space in every direction. Let the machine breathe. Air conditioning is not magic, and it's not complicated. If you keep the filters clean, leave the vents open, stop messing with the thermostat, and keep the outdoor unit clear of weeds, the machine will happily keep you comfortable for a decade and a half. Subscribe to Valid Consumer for more useful tips and warnings that save you money in the long run.